The hidden AI threat. How Russia harnesses artificial intelligence for war and aggression. Aloha. Artificial intelligence is often portrayed as a technology of progress, powering innovation in medicine, business, and education. Yet, its darker applications are no less significant. In recent years, Russia has increasingly turned to AI not as a tool for economic growth or civilian advancement, but as a strategic weapon in its geopolitical arsenal. From autonomous drones and cyber operations to AI-driven propaganda campaigns, the Kremlin sees artificial intelligence as a way to offset its economic weaknesses and counterbalance NATO's conventional superiority. Understanding how Russia leverages AI for military and political purposes is crucial for grasping both the ethical dilemmas surrounding weaponized artificial intelligence and the broader security challenges it poses to the international order. Back in early September 2017, during an address to school children marking the beginning of the school year, Russian President Putin said, "Artificial intelligence is the future, not only for Russia, but for all humankind. Whoever becomes the leader in this sphere will become the ruler of the world." He went on to warn that if one entity gains a monopoly on AI, it would be deeply undesirable. At the same time, he somewhat reassuringly suggested that if Russia were to become the leading nation in AI, it would share its technology with the rest of the world, akin to how nuclear technology was shared in the past. However, if Putin really regards AI as the most crucial technology, why didn't Russia develop large language models, GPU, and other AI-related technologies like China and the US? Russia's strong math and scientific tradition versus limited tech translation. Russia has historically been strong in mathematics and physics. Soviet research produced world-class talent in theoretical AI, cybernetics, aerospace technology, and control systems. For example, the book Foundations of the Theory of Probability written by Russian mathematician Andrei Kolmogorov laid the foundation for the classical approach to probability. The Kolmogorov-Smirnov test, which is a test of normality, was developed by him and his student Nikolai Smirnov. In addition, Kolmogorov contributed to the law of large numbers and stochastic processes, laying the groundwork for modern statistical inference, information theory, and even applications in physics and computer science. The support vector machine, SVM, one of the most influential algorithms in machine learning, was originally developed by Russian mathematicians Vladimir Vapnik and Alexei Shcherbeninkis. In spite of this strong tradition in math and science, Russia has struggled to convert this theoretical strength into globally competitive tech industries. Unlike Silicon Valley or Shenzhen, Moscow never developed a strong venture capital ecosystem, nor the startup culture that helps research leap into applied innovation. Economic constraints. Russia's economy is heavily dependent on energy exports, oil and gas, which has limited diversification into high-tech sectors. Artificial intelligence requires massive, sustained investment in hardware, cloud infrastructure, and talent. The US, through big tech and government DARPA projects, and China, via state-backed programs like the New Generation AI Development Plan, have poured tens of billions of dollars into AI ecosystems. The U.S. invested approximately $328.5 billion in AI from 2019 to 2023, by far the largest sum among all countries. Similarly, China invested about $132.7 billion in AI during the same period of time, making it the second largest global investor. Russia, in contrast, allocated relatively small sums. While the $1.3 billion figure is often cited globally for 2019 Russia's national AI initiatives, there is no direct confirmation in recent Russian government documents. Nonetheless, Russia did allocate significantly less to AI development than the US or China, and its early spending under the 2019 strategy was modest. Brain drain and talent shortages. Russia has excellent computer scientists, but many of the best, especially in AI and machine learning, leave for jobs in the US, Europe, or Israel, where salaries, research infrastructure, and opportunities are much better. This brain drain has been ongoing since the 1990s and only worsened after the Ukraine war in 2022, as sanctions and instability pushed more talent abroad. Russian Digital Development Minister Maksut Shadayev reported that roughly 100,000 IT specialists, about 10% of the nation's tech workforce, left the country in 2022. The first wave departed soon after the war began in February 2022, followed by another surge of exits after Russia announced its military mobilization in September. Weak private sector in AI. Artificial intelligence thrives in an ecosystem where tech giants, startups, and research institutions collaborate. The US has Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, Amazon, and so on. China has Baidu, Huawei, Alibaba, Tencent, and many others. Russia's equivalents, such as Yandex, Sberbank, and Mail.ru, now VK, are relatively small in scale and lack global reach. Indeed, it is difficult for Russia to develop commercial AI due to its relatively small economy scale. In 2024, Russia's nominal GDP was approximately $2.41 trillion. During the same year, California's economy is nearly twice the size of Russia's, while Texas exceeds Russia in GDP and New York's economy size is slightly below Russia's. Sanctions and isolation. Since the 2014 invasion of Crimea and especially after the 2022 Russo-Ukraine war, Russia has been cut off from Western semiconductor technology, cloud services, and global collaboration. Artificial intelligence development is computationally intensive and relies heavily on advanced chips, GPUs, TPUs. With sanctions blocking access to NVIDIA and other suppliers, Russia faces major bottlenecks in scaling deep learning research and applications. Government approach and war priorities. Putin's government has declared AI a strategic priority, but implementation has been bureaucratic and fragmented. Instead of creating a dynamic, competitive environment, many projects were state-driven and military-focused, such as surveillance, drones, autonomous weapons, rather than aimed at broad civilian applications. This limits innovation compared to China's whole-of-nation AI mobilization or the US's corporate-driven race. More importantly, after 2022, Russia's budgetary and scientific focus shifted heavily toward the war in Ukraine, military production, sanctions evasion, and defense tech. While AI is still used in areas like drone warfare, cyber operations, and propaganda tools, broad civilian AI development took a back seat. Putin recognized AI's importance early, but Russia has lacked the economic scale, tech ecosystem, and open collaboration environment to match the US or China. When Putin declared in 2017 that whoever becomes the leader in AI will become the ruler of the world, his strategic mindset was primarily military and geopolitical, not consumer apps or chatbots. In the military sphere, Russia has tried to apply AI to autonomous weapons systems and battlefield robotics. A concrete example is the Uran-9 unmanned combat vehicle. The Uran-9 incorporates several AI technologies, including autonomous navigation and targeting assistance. Specifically, the vehicle can follow pre-programmed routes and is designed to detect and avoid obstacles on its own. In addition, it has a fire control system with automatic target detection, identification, and tracking capabilities. The Uran-9 was deployed during Russia's intervention in Syria. Although its performance was criticized for communication breakdowns, it shows Moscow's ambition to develop AI-guided ground systems. Similarly, Russia has experimented with Kub-Bla loitering munitions, essentially kamikaze drones capable of identifying and striking targets with minimal human input. In air defense, artificial intelligence has been integrated into missile tracking and radar systems to improve detection and interception speeds. Russian hypersonic weapons, such as the Avangard glide vehicle, utilizes advanced AI guidance algorithms that can outmaneuver conventional defenses. Unlike traditional ballistic missiles that follow a predictable, parabolic path, the Avangard can alter its course mid-flight. Its AI-driven system analyzes real-time data on atmospheric conditions, wind shear, and potential defense threats to dynamically adjust its trajectory. This allows the vehicle to perform sudden horizontal and vertical maneuvers, making its flight path unpredictable and rendering catch-up interception strategies nearly useless. These examples highlight how Russia sees AI as a tool to partially offset NATO's and the United States' superior conventional military power. Cyber and information warfare. Beyond hardware, Putin also places AI at the center of cyber and information warfare. Russia has long recognized the power of disinformation, and AI has become a force multiplier in this domain. The notorious Internet Research Agency, IRA, which orchestrated influence campaigns during the 2016 U.S. presidential election, relied on AI-driven bots and automated sentiment analysis to amplify divisive content across social media. In addition, AI tools have enabled the rapid creation of deepfake videos and fabricated news broadcasts, allowing Russian media outlets to push narratives with machine-generated anchors that never tire. During the war in Ukraine, AI-enhanced propaganda has been used both domestically, to reinforce state control over the Russian population, and internationally, to sow confusion in Western societies. For example, in March 2022, a deepfake video of President Volodymyr Zelensky began circulating online. In the clip, he appeared to urge Ukrainian soldiers to lay down their arms and surrender. In 2024, another fabricated deepfake video of U.S. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller falsely portrayed him claiming that it was acceptable for the Ukrainian military to attack the Russian border city of Belgorod. Apparently, the objective was to demonize both the U.S. and Ukraine. Geopolitical logic. For Putin, modern conflict is not confined to the battlefield but extends into the information domain, the sphere of minds, networks, and narratives. AI is perfectly suited for this type of struggle. It allows Russia to automate cyber attacks, generate influence operations at scale, and develop autonomous weapon systems that reduce reliance on expensive manpower. In Ukraine, for instance, Russia has used AI-assisted drone targeting and electronic warfare tools to jam communications and mislead Ukrainian defenses. Just as nuclear weapons gave Moscow strategic parity during the Cold War, Putin envisions AI as a new equalizer that can keep Russia in the great power game despite its smaller economy. Should AI be weaponized? Whether AI should be weaponized remains an unresolved debate in the field of AI and data ethics. In October 2022, 6 leading robotics firms, including Boston Dynamics, signed an open letter pledging not to weaponize their general-purpose robots or related software, and they urged others in the industry to follow suit. This position has gained strong support from idealists and pacifists who hope to keep advanced technologies from being turned into instruments of war. Yet, history reminds us that unilateral restraint can be perilous. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union deployed SS-20 intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Eastern Europe. In response, the U.S. planned to deploy Pershing II ballistic missiles in Western Europe. Despite the threat of SS-20 missiles, millions marched in West Germany, the Netherlands, and the UK, opposing U.S. missile deployment. Will history repeat itself if we unilaterally de-weaponize AI? Today Russia indirectly occupies 20% of Georgia's land and controls over 10% of Ukraine's lands. Putin's ambitions have already extended beyond Georgia and Ukraine, and there is little reason to believe his reliance on conventional weapons, and increasingly AI-enhanced systems, will stop there. Like nuclear weapons, artificial intelligence has the potential to act as both a deterrent and a threat. The pressing question is not only whether we should avoid weaponizing AI, but whether we are prepared to respond if adversaries pursue it without hesitation. So, what do you think? Please drop a comment here. If you found this reflection helpful, please share it on your social media. If you are an instructor, please feel free to use this video as your course materials. Thank you for watching. Mahalo.